Hey everybody, we just finished another great version of Wake Up with Randy Corporon. I hope you'll go back and grab the podcast. A lot of calls, a lot of upset on the red flag bill being signed by Governor Jared Polis yesterday. I broke down Douglas County Sheriff Tony Spurlock, who is now under threat of recall. His speech, you know, the old mantra, if it just saves one life, then it's worth doing. Absolutely ridiculous. And then we turned our attentions to a more personal issue. Politics is involved, as we'll figure out here in just a second, but I was so pleased to be joined by two ladies who have suffered the devastation of having their children vaccinated and then losing their children, not to death, but to autism and to encephalitis, a swelling of the brain that caused severe brain damage. It's a very, very powerful hour. People were calling in and texting, and I hope you'll go back and grab the third hour of this week's Wake Up with Randy Corporon. As we were walking out, author of the book, the Autism Help Book, Sarah Carrasco, and I were talking, and she told me a story that I had wished so much that we had gotten on the air. It's funny how fast that time goes, isn't it? But it's absolutely unbelievable, and it involves a local politician, our very own, one of our favorites, Diana DeGette.
Correct.
So go ahead and tell that story, if you would.
Okay, so parents of vaccine-injured children are not really represented well on the news. We've tried, they won't take our stories. And pharmaceutical industries basically fund ad revenue, right? So you won't hear about adverse reactions on the news. So a bunch of parents flew to Washington, D.C., where Diane DeGette was having a hearing on the measles, so they could be heard. And
this is a recent hearing on the measles outbreak around the country?
Yeah, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay. And by outbreak, we mean?
People who had the vaccine reaction to measles were having the measles.
Yeah.
The vaccine strain. So parents wanted to go to this hearing and have their voices heard. And Diane DeGette had at least 35 armed Capitol Guards blocking all the doors. So, I mean, we're moms, so the moms couldn't go in and be heard. And then it was a panel of 5 men. I think one of them was a pharmaceutical company employee, and a young kid who doesn't have a story of vaccine injury. We just wanted a few minutes to be able to express concerns about, you know, again, 1 measles death in 27 years, 447 MMR-related deaths.
By that you mean vaccination-related deaths.
Vaccination-related deaths.
1
yes.
measles-related death, 447 measles vaccination-related deaths.
Correct.
In the same period of time.
Yes. So we just
Incredible.
wanted a minute to be able to be heard. And you know, that's sort of intimidating. Like, why does everyone have all these guns? You know, we just want our couple minutes to be heard. And so Diane DeGette is having like a town hall type thing today at 10:30. And I signed up to go to that, so we're going to go say hello and ask why we weren't heard.
Well, good luck with that. I hope you're allowed to be here. Good way to go, Diana DeGette. Way to represent the people, your constituents in Denver and here in the state of Colorado. Absolutely ridiculous. So go to 710knus.com, find Wake Up with Randy Corporon, listen to the podcasts. Our hour on vaccinations was the third and final hour of the show. Very, very powerful. Again, the author of the book, the Autism Help Book, Sarah Carrasco. Thank you very much for your time. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
And just keep listening to 710 KNUS. We'll tell you where to go to sign the petitions, recall Tony Spurlock, the sheriff of Douglas County, recall Jared Polis, the governor of the state of Colorado, and national popular vote. It's all starting to happen. We're the place to stay in touch, and we hope that you will. Always remember, please never ever forget, I'm Randy Corporon. God loves you, and so do I.